Traveling in a van in Corona is like the really good option, maybe the only one, because you can just go wherever you want. Should I make the... Alright.
Traveling around Europe in your self-converted van. Many people dream of it, but not many actually do it. 1 week after we arrived in Greece, we got surprised with a lockdown. And to be honest, we couldn't have been more lucky. We ended up on a campsite in Peloponnese and truly got amazed by our neighbors and how they travel. Wondering what it's like to live van life with 2 dogs? Madeline and Kevin are doing it. Maybe the most badass couple of all, Patty and Felix, traveling with a rooftop tent. They showed us, no matter your budget, you can always travel. In the end, we're all sitting around the same table having fun, right? Nela and Marius, the sportive and creative couple who are traveling around the world during a gap year. They learned us, if you really want something, be prepared, not scared. And last but definitely not least, van life is a long holiday. Simone and Cedric reminded us that the most valuable thing you can give to someone is your time. And to be honest, we had an unbelievably great time. We are Front-Seat Stories, and this is Lockdown Stories.
Hi, I'm Simona. I'm traveling with my boyfriend for 7 weeks.
Hi, I'm Cedric, and the both of us, we're from Switzerland, from Basel. It was kind of a dream for us to spend really some time together. And then first we wanted to go to China, and then there was some kind of virus there, so nobody could move. We thought we're gonna spend like 2 months on the balcony, and now we're in Greece and we're really happy about it.
Yeah.
In the lockdown, spending time on our private balcony. Still quite good.
We really wanted to have a longer holiday as the ones we had before, because we felt often when you go to holiday after 1 or 2 weeks, it's when you start to be relaxed, and that's when you want to spend more time together, you know. And we made it possible with like saving almost all our holidays during the year, and then we added like 1 month unpaid, which was possible luckily with our companies. That's how we made it possible. And we also got the car from his dad as a present some months ago, so it was the perfect option now that you are in the Corona times, that you have your own car and like make it possible to sleep in there.
Traveling in a van with Corona makes traveling possible, and what I thought sometimes is just, now if we were at home, life is very difficult because there's so many restrictions because of Corona, and here we feel very free. So I feel like it's a lot better for me at the moment being here than being at home. We really like hiking, and I think it was the last day before lockdown, a group of us, we went to Okron, which is a place in north of Greece, and we did some hiking, and we had to walk in a river, in a canyon actually. It was freezing as hell, but it was really cool. It was unique, I guess. I haven't done something like that before. What I really like about hiking, you do sports, you spend some time in a group, you're in nature, and you get to places where you normally can't get. That's it. I walked there. It's really cool. The beer after the walk, really good too. Taking off your hiking shoes, such a good feeling.
Our goal of this trip was to have a lot of time together, and I think interestingly now we are all in this lockdown group, and suddenly everyone has a lot of time. And I think this is one of the main reasons why this atmosphere of this lockdown group is possible, that everyone is sharing and caring about each other, and Kevin is fixing the car of Marius and Nele, and I think that's a big part of it, because usually that's not what happens with people traveling around. Yeah, that's what we appreciate the most. It's the time. Also having the time, just the two of us, and because you never know how long you're gonna be, just two of you, so we really wanted it to do now.
What you guys doing?
Watching baby photos.
Movie.
What's that?
Present from town.
Why?
Someone came to say hello.
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Somebody's carrying 2 hearts now.
Say hello. You want to see?
How cool is that?
It's so cool, guys.
Oh, congratulations.
And the doctors were very cute. They were really emotional and open.
Oh.
Yeah, they were really cute.
Mega nice.
Nice.
Das Lustige war, dass wir
Thank you.
Wir haben das ein Paar, die noch,
Congrats.
die haben uns
You guys looking forward to it?
absolutely.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. We need some wine now.
No.
No, there's no weed in
I
that.
need some wine.
Way cheaper for you two.
Basically, we're in quarantine, the group, and we know no one has the virus. We're here more than 10 days and we're all good. So it's kind of a relief just to behave normally, don't worry so much about the virus. The olive picking was really a really nice experience. I think normally you would book a tour with the agency, pay maybe 100 euros for it, work a day. We went there with the group, it was a lot of fun. We could lose some energy, some aggression by hitting the olives. And we also tried the olive oil they sell it at the shop here, and it's really nice. So it was a cool experience, really.
We zijn inmiddels aangekomen op lockdowndag nummer 3 en onze campingbaas die blijkt in de olijvenbusiness te zitten. Dus die zei, jongens, jullie mogen eigenlijk de camping niet af, maar als jullie mij helpen met werken vandaag, dan mag het wel. Nou, dat ziet er ongeveer zo uit. The hard workers standing in the line, not doing anything. How's it going, guys? First impression?
It's really hard. It's like you need a lot of experience. So like I did it for 10 years now, but it's quite hard. You have to learn a lot.
I didn't thought it was so hard. Yes.
It feels like weeks already. Like, oh.
Standing like it.
Everything is bloody right now. My legs and.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, what? Hey, whoa! Mythos! Cheers! Short break, guys!
Cheers!
Cheers!
I think when you first think about the lockdown as something negative, and always when friends call me, say, oh, are you bored? Do you feel sorry? But I say, no, it's really cool because we have really good time here. I mean, you could easily spend a lot of holidays here, and there's so many people who want to give something, who have time. And for example, there's a yoga class almost every day. And when we first met Madeleine, she said, oh, she's a yoga teacher, and we were actually quite happy about it and thought, oh, maybe we're gonna have yoga lessons once. and now we have it almost every day.
I think with this yoga is very special. I mean, that's very, for me, a luxury thing, that because I really feel the difference when I do it. And it's way easier if you have someone who says, hey, come join me, I teach you something. And it's this atmosphere here to do. If I start my day with a swim in the ocean and then a yoga session, like, it can only be a good day.
I think everyone was very excited that there's this group, a nice place, everybody's happy and nice. And with a couple of days you see that there's also other sides for people, maybe also like bad feelings about something or something bad is happening, and we start sharing like our life stories, also what's happening back home. And so you start getting to know like the person from different perspectives.
For me, a perfect day is that I enjoy when I'm on holiday, that I can get up in the morning and I have time, so I don't have this heavy paced everyday life, so I can take the time for my coffee, look at the ocean, and then we decide what we feel like doing today.
Yeah, for example, like at home I need to be very organized, have like a full schedule, like everybody I guess. And here I just like to be kind of unorganized. For example, like a couple of days ago we went on a bike tour and it ended up in a walking tour because we had a flat tire within half an hour. We were somewhere lost.
Both of us had a flat tire.
Very unorganized. We were really angry for like 15 minutes, but then now it's a funny story, and it was fun then because we just started enjoying it and we ended up in a restaurant. And so just sometimes I like being very unorganized.
Yeah, we didn't bring the repair kit. We actually brought with us. We didn't.
Yeah, we forgot that. We basically forgot everything. So the special thing is, like, we were walking home. It was getting dark. It was getting cold. I didn't bring a jacket.
It was heavy clouds.
Yeah. And then Kevin, actually, of the group, he called me. Hey, where are you? We're kind of missing you. Yeah. And I felt like a teenage boy. My dad's calling me, hey, where are you? It's getting dark. I felt a bit ashamed, but it was also nice. He came to pick us up with his huge pickup truck, and it felt warm and nice, and so he brought us back. So it was very special. Like we just met him like 2 weeks ago, and he's calling us, hey, where are you? You lost? Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, that's very special in this lockdown group here anyway, that so many people care about each other. They offer something, they help you, they like help you with your tent, and they cook for each other. That's very special.
Yeah. Sometimes if you have not fresh laundry in the van in the morning, it's not always very fresh. And the flies, always flies, mosquitoes in the van. I know it sounds like a little problem, it's really annoying.
I miss my toilet sometimes. When you have to go to pee during the night, it's not so nice.
It's a big mess always in here.
Yeah.
It's really hard to organize things.
There are more positive points than negative points. Yeah. That's obvious.
I guess it's money-wise cheaper than other ways of traveling because, well, if you're on a camping, of course you pay something, but you can also sleep somewhere, then it's for free, then you just pay for food in the supermarket or some internet and some gasoline. That's
and
it.
Especially now when there's lockdown, you don't go to the restaurants, you don't go to the cities, you don't spend a lot of money.
Should we pay for the campsites like 20 euros a day, and we cook on our own, so we don't spend on gasoline or on a ferry or anything like that. So we easily live on maybe 1,000 euros a month, the two of us, and we get yoga for this, we get a mechanic for this, we get cook for it, so it's like a really cheap way of doing a holiday.
Yeah, it's like a very cheap long holiday. He buys all the jewelry.
That's the way I would like to spend money. Even the wine is quite cheap. The laundry is maybe the most expensive thing.
I mean, we pay rent right now at home. That's expensive for us.
Yeah.
You often hear, I cannot do that, no, not the time now. But I think when we are traveling here, I see families, couples, there's so many ways of doing it. And it somehow takes away these limits you have in your head. And you start to think, you really can do it if you want.
Had these nice small car already, and concluded in buying a rooftop tent and using a polo for traveling.